Have you ever wondered how we can stand firm amidst the storm of life when everything around us seems to be falling apart? Is the key to opening the door to peace in accepting and learning to overcome all challenges? Or is there a deeper secret, a philosophy of life that has been time-tested and is waiting to be discovered? Epictetus, a towering figure in Stoic philosophy, has left us a priceless intellectual legacy, a lifestyle of discipline where being steadfast in the face of life's tumults is not just a capability, but an art. Epictetus believed that all suffering we endure originates from placing value on things outside our control. He presented a series of strong Stoic principles that not only help us achieve inner peace, but also allow us to develop the mental strength to face any challenge without faltering. In today's video, we invite you to explore the 7 core principles of Stoicism according to Epictetus, which will make you invulnerable to whatever happens. These principles are not just daily living advice, but are profound lessons on how we can free ourselves from mental burdens and achieve the highest self-mastery. Let us embark on this journey together, a journey of discovering inner strength. Here, every challenge becomes a stepping stone for personal development, and peace of mind is not a destination, but a process. We often find ourselves standing at a crossroads filled with anxiety and uncertainty. The question is not only how to overcome, but how to overcome without letting these anxieties erode our soul. In this world full of uncertainties, Epictetus's teachings resonate as a liberation. His lessons are not merely advice. They are an invitation to rediscover how we live and how we choose to face life. Number 1. Don't worry. To achieve freedom from worries, we need to learn to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. True freedom comes from realizing that some events are beyond our power. Let us seek peace, not by changing the world around us, but by changing the way we perceive and react to it. Ask yourself, in your daily life, how many times have you let worries about things beyond your control take away your joy and peace of mind? Stoicism is not just a set of tools to face challenges. It is a way of life. Learning to don't worry does not mean avoiding responsibilities or being indifferent to the world around us. Instead, it is a journey towards mental freedom, where we learn to embrace and accept everything with serenity. Another question for you. When life brings unexpected challenges, how will you choose to face them to maintain calmness and peace in your heart? Epictetus asserted that people are not disturbed by things, but by the view they take of them. This emphasizes the importance of controlling our minds, rather than letting external events control us. By learning to perceive and react to life wisely, we not only reduce anxiety, but also open up space for satisfaction and profound meaning in life. To continue your journey in learning how to live a mindful life and control anxiety, I would like to suggest a specific and highly effective practice step. For 1 week, dedicate at least 10 to 15 minutes each day to sit down and engage in a simple yet powerful self-reflection activity. Journal about your worries. Start by openly and honestly recording every thought, feeling, and worry you encounter throughout the day. Do not hesitate to delve deep into each emotion, no matter how minor or insignificant it may seem. Once you have finished recording, proceed to the categorization process. Review each item you have written and decide which category it belongs to: things you can control and things you cannot control. After a week of practicing this, take some time to review your notes and reflect on how your perception and approach to anxiety have changed. You might discover that worries, which previously seemed overwhelming, now appear less daunting, or you might gain deeper insights into how you react to stress and uncertainty. Life is full of challenges and uncertainties, but it is within these challenges that we find our deepest strength and meaning. By applying the philosophy of Stoicism to our daily lives, we learn not only to face anxiety wisely, but also to live a life full of meaning and satisfaction. Remember, we cannot control everything that happens in life, but we can control how we respond to them. This is the valuable lesson that Epictetus and the philosophy of Stoicism bring to us: the power to live a life that is awake, peaceful, and meaningful. Here, I have a challenge for you. Spend a week journaling about your worries. Are you ready to take on this challenge? Leave a commitment saying, "I accept the challenge," in the comment section of this video. Number 2. Insults or offenses. When someone speaks ill of us or insults us, our instinct may push us to react sharply. However, through the lens of Stoicism, we are advised to pause and reflect before acting. This requires not just restraint, but also a deep understanding of the value and power of self-control. In our chaotic and ever-changing world, the ability to face and overcome insults without allowing ourselves to be hurt is a valuable skill. Epictetus provided a profound and powerful perspective on approaching this issue. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Epictetus emphasized controlling our inner reactions rather than being driven by immediate emotions. Imagine you are in an important meeting and a colleague suddenly criticizes your idea harshly. The natural feeling might be anger or hurt, but remember that true power lies in choosing how to receive and respond. Instead of arguing defensively, ask yourself, how does this affect my inner value? Does the criticism contain constructive feedback I can learn from? This is how we detach from anger and seek opportunities in every challenge. The interesting question here is, how can we apply this principle in daily life? It is not easy to remain calm when faced with insults or disparagement. It requires daily practice, from accepting that we cannot control everyone around us to recognizing that our value does not depend on others' opinions. One of the greatest lessons Stoicism teaches us is the meaning of inner freedom. the ability to live a life in which we are not affected by negative externalities. This is not just a strength, but also a form of liberation, allowing us to move forward without being burdened by others' criticisms or judgments. Finally, as Epictetus pointed out, if you decide to do something, don't shrink from being seen doing it, even if the majority of people disapprove. If you're wrong to do it, then you should shrink from doing it altogether. But if you're right, then why worry about how people will judge you? This emphasizes the necessity to develop and maintain a strong mindset, a solid foundation for true freedom and happiness. As you continue your journey through life, remember that true strength lies in controlling how you react to the world around you. By applying this principle to your daily life, you not only learn how to face insults, but also turn them into opportunities for personal growth and inner strength enhancement. In the relentless flow of life, we constantly encounter challenging crossroads, where each decision not only stirs turmoil within ourselves, but also sows seeds that affect the lives of others. Standing on the delicate boundary of choice, how can we be sure which step will lead us to the shore of righteousness? Stoic philosophy has opened a way out for us. It is to listen to the voice of reason and our hearts, shaping each step according to the best judgment from deep within. Yet, on the vast canvas of life, how does this manifest? How do we embrace this theory and turn it into action, day by day, hour by hour? To seek the answer, let's turn to the lesson. Number 3. Act according to your best judgment. When talking about acting according to your best judgment, perhaps there is no clearer example than the story of Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor of the Roman Empire. In Meditations, he wrote, "Just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter." Marcus Aurelius not only stood firm in his stance during wars and political crises, but also applied this philosophy to internal management, educating his children, and even self-improvement. But how can we, in our time, act according to our best judgment? First, it's important to recognize and develop one's judgment. This requires a process of deep and continuous self-reflection, questioning values, purposes, and directions. Ask yourself, does this decision reflect my core values? Am I acting out of fear or love? A specific example might be the decision to change jobs. Suppose you're in a comfortable position, but feel unsatisfied professionally or in personal growth. The decision to leave the comfort zone requires courage and deep judgment about what truly matters to you. In this case, acting according to one's best judgment is not just a rational choice, but also a brave act, a manifestation of self-respect and respect for one's potential for growth. But how do we maintain consistency in applying reason to every decision? Stoicism teaches us that to achieve this, we need to focus on what is within our control and let go of what is not. The interactive question here could be, what are you focusing on in this situation? Are these factors within your control or beyond it? Epictetus, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "We are disturbed not by events, but by the views which we take of them." This emphasizes the importance of forming a positive mindset and a profound outlook on life, helping us maintain calm and confidence in any situation. Finally, acting according to one's best judgment is not just a personal decision, it's also a commitment to the community and the world around us. When we act based on reason and our values, we not only improve our own lives, but also contribute to creating a better world. Start by asking yourself, what can I do today to live true to my values? And from there, each step, no matter how small, will be part of a bigger picture, a story of perseverance, courage, and endless love spreading. Remember, deep in the heart of every human being, there's a flame of Stoicism waiting to be ignited by your determination and courage. Number 4. No one can hurt you. In our chaotic world, where each day we face challenges, criticism, and even insults, the powerful philosophy of Stoicism reminds us that, in truth, no one can hurt us without our consent. This is not merely a piece of advice, but a principle of living, helping us maintain inner peace under any circumstances. Epictetus once said, "Another person will not hurt you without your cooperation. You are hurt the moment you believe yourself to be." This statement is not just an assertion, but a challenge, questioning how we can control and even transform negativity into strength. Take the example of Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, most of it under harsh conditions. Instead of allowing those years to harm him, Mandela used them as a means to cultivate tolerance and understanding, eventually leading his country through a peaceful transition away from apartheid. His inner strength and ability to control his emotions are vivid proof of Epictetus's principle. But how can we apply this principle? First and foremost, we need to develop self-awareness. Take a moment and ask yourself, why do the words or actions of others make me feel hurt? This requires a continual and objective process of self-observation, recognizing that the feeling of being hurt is a result of how we choose to react to a situation, not the situation itself. Secondly, we need to practice separating ourselves from the event. Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor and also a Stoic philosopher, wrote in his Meditations, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." When someone says or does something negative, perceive it as their opinion, not a reflection of you or your worth. Finally, cultivate gratitude and understanding. Every negative situation carries a valuable lesson. Instead of being angry or sad, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This approach not only helps us develop a more positive outlook on life, but also makes us more resilient to challenges. Now, ask yourself, are you holding on to your power, or have you surrendered it to others through feeling hurt? And more importantly, are you ready to begin the internal transformation to become impervious to challenges? Share your thoughts and feelings in the comments section. We are eager to listen. Epictetus's Stoic philosophy is not a simple solution to all problems, but it provides a powerful tool for us to confront and overcome them. As we learn not to allow ourselves to feel hurt, we not only find strength and inner peace, but also open up the possibility of living a meaningful and happy life. Number 5. Maintain firm purposes. In a world where each day seems to revolve and change incessantly, the words of Epictetus are like a gentle beacon of light, echoing through the storm of life. Clinging to one's own goals and principles of life, unwavering in the face of any storm. This is the key to unlocking the door to peace of mind, and also the foundation for a meaningful life filled with happiness. Epictetus once said, "Demand not that things happen as you wish, but wish them to happen as they do, and you will go on well." In this statement, we can see that maintaining a solid goal and being unshakable in the face of challenges is the essence of Stoic philosophy. But how can we truly apply this to our daily lives? First, we must understand that each person's goals and life principles are not fixed. They evolve and change over time, reflecting a deeper understanding of oneself and the world around us. It is important to regularly ask oneself, does this goal still reflect what I truly value? And am I living according to these principles? The answers to these questions will be the compass to help you adjust your course in life. Another inspiring example of the power of maintaining goals and principles is the story of Malala Yousafzai, the young Pakistani girl who embarked on a journey to fight for the education rights of women and girls. In the context of a society oppressed by extremism and inequality, Malala used her voice to speak out against and illuminate injustices. Despite facing direct threats to her life, being shot in the heat by a Taliban gunman on her way home from school, Malala not only miraculously survived, but returned with a stronger determination than ever before. Malala's story is not just a testament to individual strength, but also a reminder of the importance of holding firm to one's beliefs and goals, even in the face of risks and opposition. Malala has become a global symbol of courage and determination, continuing to speak the truth and fight for justice, not just for herself, but for millions of women and girls around the world. Her story is a powerful reminder of how one person, steadfast in their goals and principles, can create positive change in the world. Malala Yousafzai became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate in history, but more importantly, she has become a source of inspiration not just for young people, but for everyone, reminding us that it is never too early or too late to stand up and make one's dream a reality. A reflective question you might ask yourself is, have I abandoned any goals or principles simply because they were difficult or unpopular? This helps you recognize the value of perseverance and strong will in pursuing what you believe is right. Epictetus also said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This statement emphasizes the importance of not only maintaining goals and principles when things are favorable, but also holding on to them even when faced with difficulties, failures, or criticism. How we react to these challenges not only demonstrates our resilience and sincerity to ourselves, but also guides us through tough times. Ultimately, maintaining solid goals and principles is a journey, not a destination. It requires self-awareness, patience, and the courage to face uncertainties. Most importantly, it provides us with a lifebuoy in the vast sea of life, helping us not only survive the storms, but also shape and express our true identity. As you continue on your journey, remember that maintaining goals and principles is not just about protecting oneself from external influences, but also about the process of self-improvement and growth. Stoics like Epictetus teach us not just how to remain unaffected by the outside world, but also how to become the best versions of ourselves, regardless of circumstances. We are curious to know, in your life, what goals or principles are your unshakable compass, even in the face of the greatest challenges. Share your story or thoughts in the comments. Together, we can learn and inspire each other to build a stronger community, steadfast in the face of life's challenges. We often face unexpected challenges, and nothing tests our mettle more than unfair criticism. Epictetus pointed out that true strength does not lie in avoiding offense, but in how we control our reaction to it. This is not just a lesson in restraint, it's a lesson in mental strength and freedom. Number 6. Exercise high control for an insult. Have you ever asked yourself the question, how can I maintain my integrity and not allow these toxic words to affect my mood and decisions? Stoic philosophy, through the teachings of Epictetus, has provided us with a valuable tool to face this challenge: the control of internal reactions. Epictetus once said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views which they take of things." This is a powerful message about the strength of internal choice and the ability to control one's reactions to external influences. When someone insults or offends you, the nature of the action itself doesn't inherently harm you. Instead, it's your reaction to the insult that determines how you feel. But how do we control our reactions? First and foremost, we need to develop a deep awareness of ourselves and what we allow to affect us. By practicing mindfulness and self-observation, we start to realize that not every natural reaction needs to be expressed outwardly. Ask yourself, does my angry reaction really solve the problem, or does it just hurt me more? Practicing Stoicism is not about becoming numb or indifferent to the world around us, but about learning how to accept and process our emotions consciously. We are encouraged to ask ourselves, how important will this be in a year? This helps us put everything into perspective and reduce the weight of immediate reactions. A classic example of controlling reactions to insults can be seen in the story of Marcus Aurelius, the ancient Roman emperor and philosopher. In his Meditations, he describes how he always reminds himself that the criticisms of others are merely their opinions and should not automatically be accepted as truth. He believed that maintaining calmness and not reacting negatively was key to preserving dignity and self-respect. Ultimately, controlling our reaction to an insult is not just a lesson in endurance. It is a journey toward understanding and self-development. Each time we choose not to let an offense affect us, we are not just focusing on protecting our souls from toxicity, but are also building a strong mental fortress where the soul is safeguarded and free to grow. Ask yourself, in the face of challenges, which path will you choose? The path to mental freedom, or the path to being bound by negative emotions? Leave your thoughts and perspectives in the comment section of this video, because your deep insights could be the guiding light for anyone. Number 7. Don't worry if someone speaks ill of you. I once spent a lot of time and even days thinking about why someone would speak ill of me behind my back, wondering, what did I do wrong for them to act this way towards me? And what would the person hearing those bad things think of me? Hundreds of questions swirled around me, leaving me incredibly exhausted. At times, I even tried to explain to the person who had bad-mouthed me that I was not like that they were misunderstanding me. But now, my thinking has completely changed. I am no longer naive or overly concerned about such meaningless matters. I was once asked in a job interview, what would do if I found out someone was speaking ill of me? I smiled and replied, do nothing at all. Because it's their issue, not mine. Epictetus advised that we should spend time reflecting and recognizing our true value, not based on others' opinions, but on our standards and principles. By doing so, we begin to realize that a person's value cannot be diminished by words or opinions from outside. So, when faced with criticism, instead of feeling hurt or angry, why not see it as an opportunity to self-reflect and grow? Ask yourself, is there anything in this criticism that can help me improve? If so, that's an opportunity for you to get better. If not, you know those words are not worth your concern. Finally, remember that true power does not lie in avoiding criticism or gossip, but in not letting it shape your emotions and values. Once you understand and practice this, you will find that no one can hurt you without your permission. Live a life where you are the only one who decides your worth, and you will find that criticism becomes harmless. In the tumultuous journey of life, the principles of Stoicism that Epictetus passed down to us are not only the secret to facing challenges, but also a beacon lighting the path of our souls. Through each piece of advice and each lesson, we hope you have found inner strength, an impregnable fortress against all storms. Your perspective is very valuable to us. Which Stoic lesson impressed you the most in this video? Please share your thoughts and insights. Don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel to continue the journey of exploring and applying Stoic philosophy to our daily lives. Continue to watch the upcoming videos displayed at the end of this one and turn every challenge into a firmer stepping stone on the path of personal development.